Hello,
guys.
I'm Gilles.
And I'm Idalia.
I'm subbing in for Kevin, who is sick this week. Kevin, please get better, please. All right, this is the level 3 class, and this is March 2014, week 2.
And it's our blind leading and following section. So we started working on momentum and turns today. We started out with doing 6-count pass-bys either to the left or to the right.
Yeah, so we did it two-handed, but really we want to do it one-handed. So just pass by like this. Shook, shakata, shook, shak, shakata, other side, two, pa, pata, again, ha, 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 shook. So we talked about leaders. We want to move that body from here to there. And so we need to play with our connection and our lead to make sure we transmit enough energy to give that feel. I want to move you from here to there, which is very different from just doing something like this, where the lead would like die, you know. We need to give enough energy so that Idalia, when I do this, feels, oh, he wants me to go there.
Exactly. And then, so that's on one end, not giving enough energy. And then there's also giving too much energy, where I get to the end.
Which would be like
soon.
this. Shoo, ha, 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 ha. Which is not necessarily wrong, but not the exercise that we're trying to do here. We're trying to establish this like nice pace. Pace, sorry.
Yeah, and create that control within you so you can choose. You want faster or slower versus just faster being your default or not giving enough momentum.
Yes. So another thing I talked about with some of the leads is you need to get out of the way, and you need to position yourself ahead of time in the right place. Like if I'm here in front of Idalia, it's really hard for me to get her to go that way. I really have to like get out of the way, and it's going to disrupt that movement. So if I want her to go on this side, either I need to be facing her and get out of the way, or I already need to be out of the way. So if I'm here, I can just step out and let her go. If I'm here, I can just let her go. If I'm here and I'm trying to make her do that, it's gonna be weird. So try not to do that.
Which seems really basic, right? It's like, duh, have to get out of the way, but you'd be surprised at how many of you weren't getting out of the way and we crashed into you. So that just goes to tell you that you can do things better, right? Like if we're blindfolded, we can't move around you, and that's not really our job as followers, right? We're not supposed to dodge you to get us where you need to go. So it's just about figuring out where your lead is lacking and how it needs to be clear.
Yeah, the other thing we talked about is relaxing after you lead. So here, if I do this and I keep my arm up like this, it means I still have like tension and shape. Not necessarily bad, but not really necessary for the exercise we're doing here, right? We want to be able to go, I lead, then I relax. The way you can control that is after you finish leading, this elbow should come right back your side, which means now this part of my body is relaxed, and then I don't have much tension here. So again, if I go shoot, how my elbow gets here, and then when we get away from each other, tension grows and my arm goes up a little bit. Ready for that rock step.
Great. And then we went into that on to swing outs or pass bys, just because usually as a follow we think we're following our momentum, but we're really stopping ourselves. So by setting this up with this 6-count pass by, you're forced to keep going and not know whether your leader's going to do a swing out or not. So
for instance, I'm doing a pass by like this. Shoot, ha, pa, pa, shoot, pa, 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 pa. Here I can go catch Idalia and redirect to do a swing out. It starts with the same feeling. What happens after that is, instead of letting her go, I stay connected and I start moving a little bit, so that maybe if we like this, my angle starts changing a little bit. So I'm gonna do it by myself. If I'm here, this arm is gonna move like this because I've tried to get us to face each other. Me doing this moves my hand like that. Idalia is gonna feel that, and the body is gonna start also rotating the same way.
Yeah.
So if I do it again, shuk, pa, 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 shuk, here. Because I rotate, she rotates, and we end up like this. And then when we're here, I just have to go step and then finish.
Yeah, it's very important to pick up on that subtle cue of him rotating. So that means I need to be engaged with my arm, my whole body. What would happen in class would be that he tried to do that swing out and give that rotation, but either my arm was too loose or it wasn't engaged.
So another thing I talked about to everybody at the end of the class is if you have, as a follower, more tension than you lead, you're not going to be able to feel what your lead wants you to do, right? We need to have matching tension, and the way to find that is to relax with not as much tension as you lead, and then bring your tension up until you feel it matches. I mean, with more experience, you're gonna get better at this, and you're gonna feel right away, oh, this is how much tension my lead wants me to have.
Yeah, it's like an action has an equal and opposite reaction, right? So when Gilles does that to his arm, it's gonna it's a very subtle feel, but if I'm engaged, it's gonna naturally go, versus if my arm is out or too loose.
Yeah, right. If your arm is this one actually has too much tension, your first reaction is gonna be to fight whatever I'm trying to do, and fighting that is gonna prevent you from feeling what I want you to feel.
Yeah. Correct.
So relaxing more first, then trying to match whatever tension I'm trying to establish.
Let's see, I had another thing to say, but I forgot now. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
One more thing that I told the follows, which is also valid for the leads, you need to own your footwork and your rhythm. Two people dancing together have their own rhythm, and if one of them has rhythm and the other one doesn't have rhythm, this is what happens. They're not really dancing together, right? They need to have their own rhythm, and then when they start dancing together, it needs to go like this, right? And so that means that you should not let your feet slide on the floor like this, because this is gonna make you feel mushy. Like your rhythm is not really clear, and there's time in between where your body movement is not really clear. Whereas if you pick up your feet and you really start moving clearly, it's so much better for whoever you with, you follow or you lead.
Yeah.
Because when your rhythm is clear and you know where it is, and you know where your triple step is, and you know where you steps are.
And on that point, it doesn't even, if you have good rhythm and good pulse, it doesn't really matter what your footwork is. I could be doing completely opposite footwork as Gilles, and he will never know the difference because of my rhythm is the same and my pulse is the same, right? So I
might feel something is a little funny, but we could still dance together.
Yeah.
And be enjoyable.
And I think that's just the way variations work, right? We can do whatever if we're good with our variations, we can add them in at any time, and it wouldn't affect our partner because our rhythm is still the most important, right? Rhythm and movement. So what I think when I'm dancing is, as long as I continue my momentum and I continue doing my rhythm, I can do infinite amount of things without affecting my partner. And that's how you can be an individual
so
that we're all working to be.
You're dancing together, but the rhythm is yours to make and to share with your partner.
Yeah, okay. We'll stop talking about philosophy and dance.
Yes.
And I love all that stuff. So
last thing I wanted to talk about is for leaders and followers, whenever you do something simple as a rock step, you don't want to do this. Where this is me isolating my rock step from Idalia.
Yeah.
She's something's happening, I have no idea why. what it is. You know, she can't really feel my body moving because my hand is not really moving when I do this, right? I'm doing my rock step. I'm not transmitting enough information for her to understand that I also want her to rock step, or even maybe I don't want her to rock step, but I want her to feel that rock step.
Exactly. And this is really going back to like the blind leading and following class. Like if I see Gilles rock stepping but he's not leading it, I could be like, oh, we're rock stepping, oh, we're dancing, but it's all really not there. We're not connected, right? Versus I close my eyes and then he actually led that there versus if he might not, and I'm just gonna be unclear and I'm gonna guess, and we want those amazing connected dances.
Yeah.
That's what we're searching for.
We need to share our movements. Which means, no, it's
No,
true.
I know. I just feel like we're going on forever, and they're like so bored by now.
We are?
But if
Okay.
you're really Lindy Hop nerds, you will love this.
All right. You guys will talk more about this next week. So Kevin will be here.
Yes.
Hopefully, if he's not sick.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else? I think that's enough for this week, right? Let's
That's
go!
enough information. Bye.